Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel. This is Hidden Faces Tarot. This will be a reading for the month of May 2022. So take the messages as they resonate, okay? This may apply to your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node, okay? As you can see, I've already pre-shuffled the cards with some clarification and some oracle messages. So let's get right into it, Pisces. So designate the story as it applies to you, okay? So the first message we have here is the Nine of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse is about coming out of, having sleepless nights, coming out of anxiety, coming out of overthinking every detail of a situation, okay? This is somebody that perhaps sat in a constant state of, insomnia, where they're just going over, the details of a situation from a past incident or connection, or, the whys, the hows, how, things like that. That's what keeps this individual stuck in the Nine of Swords, okay? It's about the overthinking of everything, okay? But this is in the reverse, so this is somebody that's finally coming out of the situation. They're finally gaining clarity to what they kept sitting in confusion about or kept overthinking about, okay? This is somebody that is gaining the clarity now. Now, to clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about somebody coming in with an offer. The Knights are all about coming in, they're the action takers of all of the suits, okay? But the Knight of Pentacles, it's one of the slower Knights, but he does have something substantial to offer when he does arrive, okay? This is just somebody that maybe through their overthinking of all the details of a situation has taken a really long time to come back in, okay? Because that's why this person was maybe unavailable. Maybe you never even haven't spoken to this person and they come out of the blue, okay? But this is somebody that was stuck in their head thinking about everything in their life, what went wrong in the connection, where they need to move forward, how they need to do it, the timing of when they need to do it. So that's why this night has taken so long, because it's like he had to really perfect the details of his approach or to come back into the situation, okay? Now, Pisces, this could definitely be you, or it could be a person coming towards you, okay? The next message we have to clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about contemplation, it's about planning, it's about thinking, right? This person was sitting in the Nine of Swords for a very long time, and now they're sitting in the Four, right? So they're able to compartmentalize all of their thought processes in order to actually come up with a solid plan, right? Instead of all of their ideas sort of jumbling up into their mind, right? Which is what kept them stuck for so long. But now with the Four of Swords, it's all settling down. It's bringing, things that are just more of a priority than overthinking about things that are not necessary, okay? So this person is definitely kind of coming into clarity slowly at a time, where they're able to put plans together, where they can actually take action, which is why they're finally coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, okay? The next message we have here, Pisces, it's the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is about, this is about mental conflict, okay? This is also about somebody trying to have the upper hand in a situation. Perhaps this person in the past, because they were not ready to make a decision when it came to this connection, this is somebody that sort of played a little bit of games in the past, where they maybe told you things, that would happen in your future together, this, that, and the other thing, or just sort of distract from them not taking action, okay? Because the Five of Swords, this is about somebody that's just trying to have control over the situation by any means, where perhaps, for example, if you ask them questions about the situation, they would sort of digress into a different area in order to divert answering the question, okay? So this is somebody that would sort of dance around their words, not really come up with the full truths when you ask them questions about, say, where this is going, things like that. They would maybe try to make excuses or talk about something else, okay? So that's what the Five of Swords actually means, okay? It just means like somebody trying to stay in control of a situation. It doesn't matter at what cost, meaning that even if you felt unheard, or somebody not being given the attention or their time, this is somebody that didn't really care about that at the time, because they were just trying to make sure that they are buying time in order for them to make a decision for themselves. Okay. And the next message we have, to clarify the Five of Swords, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands in reverse is about not being able to make a decision. This is about standing at crossroads. This person wasn't ready to make a decision when it came to moving this connection forward with you, okay? Or the situation, whatever it is, moving forward with you. So instead of just letting you know that they weren't ready to make a decision, they just played a lot of games and kind of like, kept you sort of in a loop of just staying stagnant in that situation with them so you wouldn't leave, right? But at the same time, they weren't ready to do anything with this connection. So that's what this message is saying. The next message we have, to clarify the Five of Swords, is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is, a very young energy. The pages are about, messaging, flirting. Like this particular page is, somebody that, will get you excited with a lot of communication. It means like, there's somebody that will talk to you about the future. They'll tell you about all the exciting things you could do together, and sort of have you believe that someday something more will come of the situation, right? So it's like they try to kind of keep you going on this sort of bandwagon with them by, bringing all this exciting sort of illusions to you, hoping that you won't actually realize that they're not ready to actually move forward in this connection, okay? And the next message we have is the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. The Prince of Pentacles in reverse is somebody that, doesn't have a stable offer. He doesn't have anything to bring to the table, okay? This is also somebody not intending on doing anything that's going to bring any stability to the situation, okay? Because that's what the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. So this could have been a past energy, okay? Where this individual was sitting in this energy, because now it looks like that they are coming in with the Knight of Pentacles upright. So the Prince of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles are the same card, okay? It's just in this deck, it's called the Prince of Pentacles. So it's the same guy, So in the past, this person could have been in reverse. They weren't ready to bring in any stable offer, okay? So that's what was happening there, right? Because they try to play all these little games with you to kind of hold on to this connection, regardless of if they could meet you halfway or not, okay? The next message we have, to clarify this Prince of Pentacles, is the Page of Cups. Because they weren't able to offer you anything stable in this connection, maybe this person wasn't financially stable as well, okay? Because the Pentacles also represent, financial stability, right? Maybe this person didn't feel like they could offer you anything financially, so therefore they felt like they were not ready to be in a commitment with you, okay? So they brought in these page energies, like the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups, okay? Because they figure that if they can just keep communicating with you until they, slowly but surely sort of find their footing in their life and be able to bring in a stable offer, that, they can finally step this relationship up, okay, to the next level. But they kept you in the, they just brought page energies here, Page of Cups, meaning that very small, very slow, here and there, very flaky, very immature sort of energy, okay? Meaning that they didn't want this connection to move too quickly, because they wanted to stay in control of how quickly it was moving, because they weren't able to sort of step up to the plate fast enough as the connection was moving, okay? The next message we have is the Magician in reverse, to clarify the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. Now, with the Magician in reverse, this is pretty much saying that this person, with the Magician in reverse, not only this could be some, a manipulation tactic of this person, which we know that they were playing a little bit of games, okay? But with the Magician in reverse, it also means that this person did not have the proper tools to be able to move forward, right? Because in the Magician card, we have the wands, we have the cups, we have the sword, and we have the pentacles, right? So this person was probably lacking in more than one area, which is why they felt like they couldn't bring anything stable, right? And I want to say it's the more financial aspect of the situation, because now they're coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, right? Something more stable. So this person, that's that. I believe like that was their situation, is that maybe they were just too embarrassed to really tell you that. So instead they sort of acted like, brought this immature energy, you know. So that's why that's there, okay? The next message we have is the Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse is about not waiting around. This is about not waiting to see what will happen. Okay, this is about somebody getting off this, you know, where they're laying here, you know, because this is the Four of Swords. They have the Three of Swords here, and then they have the one sword here. So this person, you know, because this card's in reverse, this person pretty much decided to take it upon themselves to gain their own truth when it came to the situation, okay? So this person picked up the Ace of Swords and decided to no longer wait for the situation. They came to their own conclusion about the clarity of the situation, because it's almost like, you know, Pisces, this could be you now, you know, where you either realize that this person wasn't ready for a commitment, so you took it upon yourself to sort of leave this connection or exit this connection, because, you know, you weren't getting maybe any straight answers from this individual when you would ask them about it, because they were kind of dancing around it a lot. So instead of continuously sort of probing this person to give you more when it came to clarity, you decided to pick up that sword and gain your own clarity from what was not said, okay? Now the next message we have for the Four of Swords is in reverse is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is, you know, about blocking. This is about not making a decision, right? This is about not wanting to really listen or see what's going on, okay? So I believe that, you know, from this energy of you sort of getting up and leaving, you decided to just block this individual, you know, because you're like, okay, well, if you're not going to give me the Ace of Swords, the truth, I don't need to sit here and contemplate and think about what you could be thinking about, okay? Because at the end of the day, you feel like it's not really worth it, because if somebody isn't bringing you the truth and you're continuously sort of, you know, going and asking them to give you clarity and they're choosing not to, what else are you to do, right? So you decided to just get up and leave. You blocked this individual, you blocked all communication from them, because you're like, okay, if you want to play games, then I'm not going to entertain this. It's almost like you just decided to not continue, you know, dealing with this individual. The next message we have to clarify the Four of Swords is the High Priestess. Now, that Ace of Swords that you picked up and got up with, you know, you did that because your intuition was telling you, okay? With the High Priestess is somebody that knows a lot, okay? She knows a lot, but she also doesn't speak much of what she knows. It's almost like without somebody telling her what issues are happening in their life, she already can sense it. She already knows it. But, you know, she just looks for clarity so that it's out in the open, okay? But being the energy that you're in, you decided to block this person and just stay silent. You decided to no longer engage with this person. You moved away quietly from this person, knowing that, you know, they could have given you the truth, but they chose not to. But I believe that you may have already known what was going on with this person, you know, because you coming up as a High Priestess says that you were already knowledgeable about what type of individual this is and what was perhaps maybe going on in this person's life that they were not disclosing. So yeah, I believe that, you know, you just kind of quietly moved your energy away from this individual, okay? Use your intuition, and you felt like that was in your best interest to do so, okay? The next message we have is the Ten of Swords in reverse. The Ten of Swords in reverse is about healing from, you know, a sense of betrayal. Or this is even, you know, avoiding sort of the betrayals that could continue to happen, okay? Because the Ten of Swords upright is about feeling a sense of betrayal, you know, coming to an end of a cycle, because you're just like, okay, this seems like something that will continue to keep going on if I let it, right? So this could be a self-sabotaging card as well, okay? Meaning that if you chose to stay in the situation knowing that this person wasn't ready, you would be continuously betraying yourself, right? But because you used your intuition and decided to no longer engage with this person, you released yourself from being, you know, from any sort of sabotaging when it came to your own progress. Okay, Pisces, you decided to release this individual, and it saved you from sort of wasting your time and energy with this person because they weren't ready, right? And if somebody's ready, you cannot just sit there and, you know, hope that you can change their mind one day, because, you know, being ready in any given situation is a personal choice, right? And if somebody isn't there yet, you can't make them be there because you are, right, Pisces? So that's just a message I wanted to throw out there, okay? The next message we have to clarify the Ten of Swords is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, again, it showed up there again on our second card here. So it's back here again now to clarify this Ten of Swords in reverse, right? You knew that this person wasn't ready because you could tell by the games that they were playing, okay? Which was, I explained the Five of Swords earlier, right? You could tell that they were dancing around with, their communication with you, and when you would ask them, they would make excuses or sort of, digress from the question or the, conversation that you were talking about when it came to moving forward. So it's like you already saw the signs with this individual, you saw the red flags, and you're like, I'm not going to stick around for this, right? The next card we have to clarify the Ten of Swords is the Hierophant in reverse. This is somebody not ready for commitment, right? This is somebody that perhaps doesn't believe in marriage as well, or anything sort of, anything that's a long-term commitment either. This is somebody that may have a fear of commitment. Not only that they don't believe in it, that they also have a fear of it, okay? So I think that you could sense all these struggles within this individual, okay, when you were dealing with them. Which is why you felt that, instead of them being just mostly truthful towards the situation and saying, hey, I don't feel like I'm somebody that is ready for a commitment, or I don't see myself ever committing, in a long-term situation. I think you would have preferred some sort of truth, even if you didn't want to hear that truth, right? Because you felt like this person was just sort of stringing you along by playing games, right? Or maybe they were not even able to offer you commitment, right? Whatever the case was when it came to not wanting to commit, right? This person was just playing a little bit of games there. So now Pisces, at the bottom of the deck for the main cards, we have the Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands is, again, this Page of Wands energy, right? It's the same card. It's just called, like I said, the princess and princes in this card, but it's the princess is the page. Okay, so it's the same card right here where this person, did enjoy communicating with you. They did like the back and forth sort of banter that you guys would have. They enjoyed the lighthearted conversations that you guys had together, but that's all it was. It was somebody that just, it's almost like if they were bored, then they would come and want to have a conversation with you because it was fun for them at that time. Okay, that's what the Page of Wands is. So you're just like, okay, so you're just coming around when you feel like you need a pick-me-up when it comes to your emotions, or like if you're bored in your life, right? So that's what the Princess of Wands is. So it's almost like this is the energy that this person was bringing in. Now at the bottom of the deck, for the clarification, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about sitting in regret, looking at the spilt milk that are there, and we have the Two of Cups behind here. So this individual is now, really regretting their actions, or lack of actions, I guess, when it came to this connection. But they are sitting in regret and disappointment, because they didn't do anything with this connection when they had it. So it's almost like they feel down about it, because it's almost like their chances gone when it comes to this connection, or that's how they feel, that they could have done so much more with it that they didn't. And they're now seeing that they only just brought in the Page of Wands energy, which is kind of what maybe this person thought that, that's all that this connection could stay at. And maybe they didn't think for the future. They didn't sort of, this is somebody that maybe just lives in the moment. They don't plan for anything in the future. They like to go with the flow, or whatever the case is, right? But if you continuously stay in the page energy, how long can you do that for, right? I mean, that's just, it's almost like having a pen pal, like where you communicate with somebody just to be like, hey, how's it going? Like every now and then. But it's like, what for you, you're almost like, well, what am I getting out of this? Like, this makes no sense, right? But this person is sitting in regret that they didn't do more with this connection, okay? I'm not sure if this person is going to turn around and look at the Two of Cups behind them, but for right now, they are sitting in a bit of regret there. Now for oracle messages, we have here Pisces, we have distant horizon. Now, this is, for me, this interpretation at this particular moment in this spread means, that through this inaction and immaturity level of this connection that this person brought here, it's created a massive distance between you guys. You could also actually live at a distance from this individual, which made it more difficult to sort of grow anything from this situation. Okay, so it could be both. But there is definitely a distance, physically as well as emotionally now with this person, because, you've kind of pulled your energy back. And if you do live at a distance from this individual, right, maybe this is somebody that wasn't financially ready to be able to move their life to you, okay, or leave their life behind to move to you, right, which would cause this to be stagnated as well, okay. And the next message we have here says the corners of the mouth, and at the bottom it says giving, and over here it says selfless, grateful, and caring. So this person's realizing, that you were something very special to them, and it's almost like they didn't really recognize that when they had you around, okay? They realized that you were somebody that was very giving to the connection. You were really sort of available to them when they wanted to communicate with you, but they're realizing that, that you definitely gave more to this connection than what they were putting in, is what I think that they realized, that you were very selfless towards what you were bringing to the situation, right? And they are grateful that they met somebody like you, because it brought a different perspective to them, okay? So that's that message there. Now the next message we have, it says understanding. Understanding. So this person is starting to understand, like, what this means now. Okay, this person didn't recognize what this connection was in the past. I felt like that's why they came in with something very immature, very young, very flaky, It's almost like they're starting to see more depth within this connection that they may have missed in the past, okay? This is somebody that didn't understand this connection in the past, which is why they didn't give either. Okay, now the last card we have here, it says bright baby. Now this is about, this card represents really seeing the purity in who you are. Okay, this person is finally seeing like the innocence of what you brought to this connection, the purity of what you brought to this connection, and you just were very sincere. And this person didn't take it seriously. And maybe this is somebody that never took connections seriously in the past, right? But maybe there was no one really that made them sort of grounded in who they are, or asked them maybe some hard questions about their life and actually be interested in who they are. And I think that this person is now seeing that you were very genuine in your approach to them, and they just didn't bring anything to the table. So that's the messages I have here, Pisces. This person is, it took them a really long time to realize this. I'm not even sure if you're even interested in this person, Pisces, because it seems like it's been a long time. I'm talking like it could have been, definitely 6 months or longer. Okay, this could have been years, Pisces. But this person is sitting in regret. It's almost like it took them a really long time to figure this out, okay? But that's the message that's coming in, Pisces. This person is coming in slowly. They have contemplated this for a very long time, but with the Knight of Pentacles, they are coming in, okay? It's going to be up to you if you want to accept this offer or not, or if you're even interested, or if you've moved on. So, right? But definitely take that message as it resonates. And I will see you guys mid-month. And thanks for watching. Bye, Pisces.